When working on a next-generation title like Lair, the team at Factor 5 wanted the most realistic animations possible, so they turned to the motion capture experts at Sony Computer Entertainment.
Lair is a photorealistic world, and we want all of the animation and graphics to support that. Everything needs to be believable. And when you're dealing with the human characters, motion capture really is an excellent technology for getting that believable motion in a reasonable time frame at a reasonable cost.
Motion capture is the art of acquiring human motion via technology, and it's all based off of light. If your subject or your actor has a reflective marker on it, if one camera sees that marker, that shows up as a reflection in that camera. If then 3 cameras can agree on where it sees a reflection, it can then triangulate that marker in space.
Although motion capture has been around for a long time, one of the biggest improvements has to do with the quality of the performances.
This is my 3rd time doing motion capture. I've actually been doing martial arts since I was 13. I do a lot of action films, so they called me in for this because I have a lot of weapons experience also.
The hardest part as an actor doing motion capture is probably same as most actors when they're dealing with special effects, is you have to use your imagination because a lot of what we're dealing with is not actually there on set with us. Fight sequences are done in a way that is very surreal on set. Nothing really actually happens until it's all put together in the final game.
For Lair, the team used motion capture for many of the in-game cinematic scenes.
The scene that I was just doing, I was actually riding a dragon. And we're looking for water because I'm parched, I'm wounded, injured. Renkai, the other character who's played by Cindy, is fighting a spider monster.
I am playing Renkai, and I'm sort of the oracle. I'm the wise woman who convinces the hero to go and save the village.
I've never had to kill for a drink of water before.
You're more fortunate than many.
After that, we sat down next to a campfire and talked about how he was going to go on to save his people.
They murdered their families, destroyed their homes.
It's relatively easy to capture a single person doing things, but then when it gets to a crowd scene and you want to have that interacting with motion capture, it's a very complex process, but you get a level of emotional realism due to it, which beforehand and without motion capture is practically impossible to do.
You stay here, and then the camera will go to the captain.
For the bridge peace talk sequence that we did today, we spent the day before that actually choreographing how we wanted the death sequence to happen. Ely, the director, and I were working on how we'd want to use the striker to kill all 3 characters with the same weapon. The actors jumped in and helped out with some choreographing as well.
1, 2, what are you doing? The main reason I was counting is for the person who is in front of me, because my character whips this striker out, and a claw comes out of one end, connects with a chain, impales the person at the far end of the table, and then I wrap the chain around the person in front of me, and there's a blade at the other end, which I stab into the person who's coming this way. The problem was this person here in front of me had his back to me, so he couldn't really see what I was doing because obviously there was no chain around his neck. So I was counting it out, and on 3 was when I was wrapping the chain. 4, I was taking him this way. 5, I was taking him that way. I was also helping him with my hand on his back.
Once the performance is over, the job is far from complete.
There's quite a bit more that goes into it. Basically, you'll take all of your markers that we acquire, and then you have to do what's called tracking those. Since it is a light-based system, you get what's called occlusion. If you have 2 guys rolling around, that will occlude markers, and then those need to be rebuilt. And then you have to do a retarget, which then puts it back onto the actual asset that will be going into your game.
While motion capture is a highly technical art form, sometimes the team uses some simple aids to help in the process.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we used. We used a cart with a rolled-up wrestling mat. Super high-tech.
Father! This is the Diviner's work, Roan. He will destroy us all.